Hello everybody, so welcome to the Stillwater art clay project, and today I'll show you how to make gnomes, little gnomes, and I will offer you two different choices. There are two little samples here. This is fired once as a bisque. This is made out of a pinch pot and then set a little hat on top of it with a slab, half slab. And this one here, this is just already glazed, just not fired yet, has a smaller hat, and the base is a little piece of slab. Your choice which one you want to follow up. The small ones are relatively easy and fast to put together, so the kids might be able to make two of those during the allotted time. So let's put them away or in the front here. I already prepared what we need for today. It's a little bit of water for making the slab. We need our scoring tool, and then any type of little add-on tool for little holes or to flatten or make any types of scratches here. These are awesome. Or even a bit fancier, a real clay tool. This is also for smoothing out areas or to getting into harder ridge areas. But the little piece of wood with a pointy tip is perfect. And then the kids will need a piece of paper towel, and I already prepared a little piece of clay for them to make the pinch pot, and half a round for a slab in this case. But even this will be too much, because when they form it, they will have to remove some of this. I'll show you real quick how to make a pinch pot. You already know that from former earlier lessons, of course, but this is going to be a relatively big one. They just have to form it into a ball first, and then can choose the side of the pot they want to have. Remember, pinch pots don't have to be perfectly round. And now you just press your thumbs into the middle, and the kids start. I'm turning it around here so you can see it, pushing up the sides of those pots. Don't let them be too big, otherwise it will get to be a really big gnome. Remember, the rule of thumb is the thickness of the wall, like your pinky or the kid's pinky. So, after forming their pinch pot, kids can smooth it out already. If needed, add a little bit of water, not too much, because otherwise it is forming just too much. It's like mud in the end. Not a very fancy one. If the kids ever happen to push a hole through their pinch pot, that is totally okay, because we will remove part of the bottom later anyways. So don't let them worry about it. We can keep those little pieces for some add-on decoration, for the nose, for example, or for any type of decoration the kids want to have. So we have the sides, really quick little pinch pot. And since I think this one is quite large, I might remove a little bit of the top. Have them try to get the walls somewhat equally from the thickness. This would be part one. Part two is that each kid gets half a circle of a piece of slab, and then they can just turn it together, and it's like a little funnel in the end. I didn't do anything to it yet because you first have to check on the size. We have this little cone, and now have them check the size of their pinch pot. And this one would work pretty well already. But if their pinch pot is a bit smaller, the kids can also remove part of that just by closing it smaller together, using the marking tool, scratch it along, and then they can cut it off here and then combine it again. Before they put the hat on their pinch pot bottom, have them score the sides. As always, scoring is the most important part you can do. Really score both sides and make a little slick out of it. This is the mud-like texture. Both sides, scoring on both sides of the surface to make it easier to connect those sides. And they're going to use quite a little bit of water in this instance. And then they can just press the sides together and smooth them out as much as I feel like it. Here, I'm gonna just push it together as hard as possible and then smooth out this connecting area. If you can see, I put one hand into the little cone and use that as a background for my pushing, so I don't push holes or anything in there. So I use it to push against it on the other side. Kids can choose however they want to do that. Then they can also go in the inside and do the same on the inside. Hold it in one hand and then smooth it out. If they have any holes there, they can also add some of the leftover clay and smooth it on top of there. But it has to be smoothed out. Inside, it doesn't have to be pretty in any way because you won't see that anymore anyways. All right, that is part 1 and 2. And now we'll attach top to the bottom, and you can think of what to remember: scoring. Test it again, test it one more time. This seems a little bit big on the top, so I just decide to cut off a little bit of the top part. You can straighten it out. With whatever tool you have. And go back to your scoring. Score along the top surface. Test one more time. And then score along the rim of the inside here. Now the kids can just press those two parts together and put the hat a little bit higher on the top. Just feel it. And since I suggested to make the hole in the bottom, you can just go in with your fingers and press those two sides together. Here, thumb and my pointer finger one side and the thumb, press them really nice and tight together all around the rim because you don't want to be able to take off the hat later. And now I can either use two fingers, just use one of your tools. This one works pretty well here, and smooth out the rim underneath the hat. Make a nice smoothing area. Kids also can use their pinky finger to do that if they prefer not to work with any tools. That works as well. Just use whatever is available to smooth out the rim and really connect the hat to the bottom. Smooth it out with your fingers a bit more, but then you have a nice hat rim. All around. Part one is done already. Smooth it out. Part one. Now the kids can decide, where is my front? Where is my face? And yeah, use the leftover clay, which they have, and check out, push the rest of the clay together. Check out how big the nose will be. They can make a really nice round nose if they want. How does this look? Directly underneath the hat, because we're not gonna see here the the eyes of the little gnome. Or if they feel like it, they can make a bigger, even bigger nose than that. And let it a bit hang down. So it could also be like a little drop nose if they prefer that. Look, a even bigger nose. This is a really big nose. Okay, I like the big nose right now. And attach it again by scoring. Both sides, use the back. Score, really nice scoring. Use the front. Where's my nose gonna be? Here. Use a little bit of water to prepare the slick. And when they attach it, put their fingers inside again and really nicely attach this nose. Push it on there because we don't want to have the nose falling off later. This is going to be a pretty wrinkly gnome in this case, but I'll smooth it out for now. And the kids can work on their smoothing out as much as they want, but gnomes are not known for their smooth skin anyways. Wrinkly nose. All right, first part is done already. Since I still have my little ball here, I will attach that later to the top, also with scoring again. And now the kids can decide either to add on a little beard like this. And I had some leftover pieces from cutting out the rounds before from my clay. And they can just use those leftover pieces the way they are and check out how am I going to do this, the beard, and just cut a piece of beard out, however they want. If they want to have a pointy beard or a sideways beard, or maybe they want a mustache, that would be working as well. But with this nose, I think a beard fits better. And then they can add the little beard here by scoring again and attaching it, of course. You would score this side of the gnome and this side of the back and attach it, and then they could bend it up, for example, because you still want to have the gnome to be able to stand there. So, or they can just use it if the time is a bit smaller, or they have less time. They could also just scratch the beard directly on top of their pinch pot. And sometimes it helps. Push them back a little bit more and add the top. And remember, especially for this little top here, they need to score both sides. And attach them again with their little tool. This would be one part. They can decorate the hat however they want. Let them have fun with it. I added 2 little petals there and pushed some holes in there. So later when the kids are going to glaze it, they can have fun with their own colors.